Welcome to my podcast, You Are More. I'm your host, Amy, and I'm excited to be here with you. Today, we're going to be talking about something that we're going to be talking about uh, the keys to success, the keys to navigating. And I'm going to ask you the question: are you ready to go to the next level? And you're like, I think I am. Let's do it. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to get out from this place. Are you ready to go to the next level? We're going to talk about the cost of admission to success. There's a cost of admission. And oftentimes we think that success is a one time thing or it's a thing that just happens. And people look like overnight successes when they've spent, 30 or 40 years honing their craft, or they've spent months and months and months and sleepless nights and stressful days to all of a sudden appear as a overnight success, because there is no such thing as overnight success. There's a cost of admission to success. And success looks different for everybody. What one would deem as success is not what another would. So right now when you're listening to this podcast, how do you clarify, and what is your definition of success for your life? Is it financial? Is it relational? Is it career? Is it impact? Is it ministry? Is it kingdom? Is it, you know, community? Like what is your definition of success? Because you can't start, like, that's what I'm saying. Let's start with the end in mind, right? What is your definition of success? Because there's going to be a cost of admission that you're going to be surprised that the ticket tries to get punched, and then you're like, I've already been down this road, and every time you go to a different level, you got to punch that cost of admission ticket again. And it's an interesting thing because success is not something that I'm successful and there you go. Success is a constant moving target. It never lets you rest. The call to success, the call to increase, the call to go farther, the call to create more, to be more impactful is a moving target. It never lets you rest. You don't get to sit idly at any point in time. And therefore, it's one of the costs of admission. Like, there has to be continual, constant movement. You don't rest on your laurels. There is no, I've arrived. It doesn't exist. It's so funny. I was reading a book one day and it said that you say, okay, well, this year we're going to crush it. And these is where our goals are going to be. And we're going to do better than we did last year. And success says, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Success is something that you choose every single day. Success is something that is actually, it becomes who you are. See, I believe success is a pattern. That winning and failing are patterns. It becomes just as easy to be in a positive winning pattern, like you're used to having success, just as failure does. It's so interesting. If you get used to failure, that's your pattern. That's what you expect. That's what you keep getting. You get used to success, and that's your pattern. That's what you continue to act like, and that's what you continue to get. But here's what I would challenge you with: the farther that you go into things, it feels to me like the target gets farther and farther out, meaning you start to have your eyes open to other things. You start to be exposed to different things. You start to see possibilities where you never thought of possibilities. And when you start to have your mind open, your mind expand, you're exposed to possibilities, then the target appears, right? You're like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. The cost of admission. So I want to talk to you about it because the cost of admission to the world of success and to the world of fulfillment and to the world of moving forward and becoming more and more impactful every day is high. It's very high. The cost of admission is high. And you're like, Amy, so's so's the cost of not succeeding. Truth, right? That is true too. But there's a cost of admission that you might not be aware of, and that is this: as you continue to move forward, as you continue to do things, your peer group is going to change. And where they once might have celebrated you, where they once might have clapped for you, where they once might have cheered you on, at least on the outside, you'll start to experience the impact of jealousy, of competition, of a literal, hey, I actually don't want you to succeed. I'd like you to fail. You'll hear conversations about yourself. That is the truth in this world. Haters are going to hate. They're going to hate, 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 right? But here's the question. Are you willing to pay the cost of admission to keep moving? I recently had an experience where I was in a room and I felt like, ooh, doesn't feel like friendly fire here to me. And you have to be willing to go through times of being not misunderstood, maybe mocked, made fun of. And then you have to go through the time frame, the lonely time frame of, are you completely committed to your purpose? Because you're going to have to be so committed to your mission to not let the opinions of other people, the naysayers, the mocking, the scorn of other people stop you from moving forward. Guys, it's a strong, strong, strong force. And I'm just wanting to prepare you. I asked you in the beginning, are you ready to go to the next level? If you're ready to go to the next level, you're going to have to put blinders on. You're going to have to put a guard over your heart. You're going to have to put a guard over your eye gate. Like, oh, be careful what you take in. Be careful what you allow to affect your spirit. Because guess what? Those things are all meant to take you out. Success, and I'm calling success like a phantom almost, right? It's whatever it is that you're called to do, that you have desire to do, right? That is somewhat elusive at times. You just know you're walking in the right path. When you're ready to go to the next level, this is what I always say. Whenever I've been ready to go to the next level, my teacher will appear. The person that I need to have contact to help take me into the next level will appear in my life. It's like a law. When I have need of someone to help take me into my next season, to take me into a different level, to help train me, to help grow me, to help expand my mind, to help expand, in any different level, the teacher will appear. When you're ready, the teacher will appear. And I think that I think that that's a comforting thought. Like, I'm going to keep making steps. And guess what? As I keep taking action steps, as I keep moving forward, as I keep applying effort, 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 action, action, action. As I keep applying those pressure on those things to have forward movement, the teacher will appear. And that is the greatest thing when the provision comes along, right? Oh, here's the door. Here's the door of opportunity. Here's the path. Here's how you walk through it. But guess what? The path you're going to walk through, if you're going to go and be really impactful on this earth, isn't going to look like standard to anybody else. And sometimes that's a lonely feeling when you're walking a path that's non-traditional. It's a lonely feeling. You can all identify. We've all been there, right? We've all been there. But it's a lonely feeling when you're sitting in your peer group and you don't belong. That's a lonely feeling. The best feeling, though, is when you've come through it, can celebrate those people, can honor where they are at, and say, you know what? That's great for them. I'm happy for them, but it's not for me, and I'm moving on. And you're not bitter about it. You're not hurt about it. You're not offended about it. You just know that's not my game. It's not for me. And I'm moving on. And I'm moving to the next thing. And I'm moving up to be more impactful, to create more impact. And I have a friend who sells real estate in another market. And literally he's got a massive, massive, massive business. He's taken so much risk. He's put it all out there. He hustles, he works so hard. And guess what he gets sent his way all the time? Hate, 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 and more hate. People just want to take him out all the time. It's because he doesn't think traditionally. He does everything over the top. He's an out of the box thinker. The public loves him, his competition hates him. And this is what I found to be true in any industry, in any walk of life. The more you excel, the more you work towards, the more you go to a different level and you rise in it, you rock the boat. When you rise, you rock the friendship boat. When you rise, you rock the boat, right? Because when you change, you make other people feel uncomfortable. And that's all part of it. When you move into something different, when you move into any area that you're growing in, I don't care if it's spiritual, I don't care if it's in your health, I don't care if it's in your career and your wealth. When you're walking in a different path, when you rise, you rock the boat. The pattern's broken. The equilibrium in friendships goes off chart. Let's just take it practically speaking, okay? So let's say, you know, you're a person that said, "Well, this year I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to get my all my blood work done, and I'm going to be eating healthy. I'm going to eat clean." And you hang around people that don't watch what they eat and invite you out for dinner all the time, and that's been a great social thing for you, and you've loved your time with them, but they don't care about health. They don't care about what they eat. It doesn't really impact them that much. And you have to start to say, "Yes, sorry, I can't go out to eat tonight. It doesn't fit in my guidelines of where I want to go." Yeah, sorry, I'm actually not gonna be able to drink with you. I can't drink anymore because it doesn't fit in my guidelines of where I wanna go. Guys, those little subtle changes start to rock the boat of relationship, and there it all begins. It's all begins. So when I look at people that are successful, do you know what I think when I look at them? What kind of price do you pay every day to be who you are? That's what I think. When I look at them, I think, I wonder who their top 3 to 5 friends are. I wonder who they actually have the ability to go to and get input from and actually get counsel from. When I look at successful people, I look at that and I think, huh, there's a price you pay every single day to be where you're at. Now, as we said before, there's a price to pay for not moving forward too. That's the thing. Success and failure both have pain points to them, right? To keep moving forward in success, though, has a price to it that if you can acknowledge it and win that game, the acknowledgement would be is that I'm gonna have the right people in my life at the right time. They're all coming to me. The right people, the right time, the right place are coming to my life, right? And if you find yourself in the mix where you're like, I feel like I'm in Weeble Wobble land. I'm like wobbling, wobbling, wobbling. I don't fit here. I don't fit there. I might be like Humpty getting ready to fall off the wall. Like something doesn't feel right, but I know I just have to keep moving. Guys, there are times in your life when you're getting ready to go through that impasse where you're going to the next level. You're gonna have to push. And the farther you want to go into that next stratosphere, you're gonna have to push, 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 and even push even harder. And that path is going to be more lonely, more difficult, and it's going to be laden with rejection, with condemnation, with thoughts of who do you think you are. You could have all kinds of thoughts hurled at you, right? Or settle down, don't do that. We don't understand you, and we want to take you out. Those are the kinds of things that come from people that don't want your good, especially if you're in a competitive business situation. But all I'm saying in life, that is true in about every area. If you're going to rise to a different level, you're going to have those people that want to try to pull you down and keep you from not going. So, what you're going to need to actually pull through and succeed is you're going to have to get keenly focused on your mission. You're going to have to get 100% aware. You're going to have to get so focused and so set on your purpose and on your mission and on your goal that you literally are just crystallized in it, that you're not moved by the naysayer. You're not moved by the critic. You're not moved by the person that sits there and takes pot shots when they haven't accomplished much, but take pot shots at you for laying it all on the line every day. Like you're going to have to move past all of that, right? If you're going to ever see the fruit of the desires that you have. Here's what I think. You hit impasses. And I think that there are impasses that are set up like, "Oh, I think that you're successful enough. Just stay there." I had someone come into our office the other day and say, "Amy, why don't you just kind of give it up? Why don't you haven't you accomplished enough in this industry? Why don't you just?" And I looked at him, I thought, "Are you all crazy? Like there are so many more things that we can do. We haven't even scratched the surface of the impact that we're going to make with my real estate company. We haven't even scratched the surface of it." Yet the agent there is like, when are you just gonna give it up? When's enough enough? When are you gonna be done?" And I literally thought, "I don't even relate to you. I don't even know how you think. I can't relate to any of that." Because in my mind, we're just getting started and we're on a good path and we're gonna keep growing and we're gonna keep expanding, we're gonna keep making impact, we're gonna keep changing lives, and we're going to keep having fun, right? But we're just getting started. Here's the thing, when you get to those impasses though, where you're walking up a mountain and you feel like that mountain feels like you are literally trudging through mud. There are those times when you have to push extra hard, right? It's so critical that you at least have a couple people around you that believe in you, that cheer you on, that you can share your dream and your goal with, and they'll encourage you in it. They'll be authentic in that. You have to also have people that'll coach you along, like that'll give you strategic instruction that you can reach out to. So if you don't have those things, I mean, thank God we have podcasts and so many things online right now. But the Lord will bring those people to you if you ask Him, right? But you're gonna have to push that path to get through to the next level, and you're gonna have to get really uncomfortable. So I'm the kind of person that is always I'm always pushing. To me, a great life is one that just you keep expanding your borders. You keep creating more impact. You keep developing more relationships. You keep affecting people positively every single day. And it's not shrinking back, but it's always growing. I think we're on this earth for such a purpose that we're going to continue to grow and learn and expand and be impactful all the days of our life until we go to heaven. Excuse me. I think we're just gonna keep growing, and that's how I think we're intended to. But you'll often see, settle down. Oh, haven't you accomplished enough? Oh, I think I can kind of hit the brakes now and just take life easy and do whatever. And this is what you'll find when you take the brakes off, or you hit the brakes and you just kind of take your foot off the gas and just start to settle. You start to spiral backwards because there's no such thing. There is absolutely no such thing as staying steady. You're moving forward or you're moving backwards. And there's a cost to both. There's there's a definite cost to both. You're moving forward or you're moving backwards. So I'm saying to you today to keep moving through the pressure. There seems to me to be the greatest amount of pressure when you're right on the cusp of complete breakthrough. I've walked through an experience that I have to look at it and say, "Huh, this is all happening. This has got pressure to it. I can either retreat or I can just dig down deeper and keep going." Here's what I'm going to tell you over and over and over. You want to accomplish things on this earth, the number one thing to not do, or the number one thing to do, is to keep moving. You have to keep moving, and you have to every single day put action steps to your dreams, action steps to your goals. You have to make action steps every single day. And you have to do those action steps. They have to become just a discipline, because if they have to be something that are momentarily inspired, your inspiration will leave you. Reality of it is tonight, I made a commitment that I'm gonna be releasing a podcast every week. And guess what? Tonight I was exhausted. My kids, that we've been dealing with sickness for the last 3 weeks in my household. So we've had a lot of sleepless nights. And the last thing I wanted to do is come here. So if I was doing it on feeling, I would have stayed home. But I'm doing it on commitment and discipline. And so I showed up, right? And I'm like, here, this is what you do. When you're committed and you're disciplined, it's not a thing of feeling. It's just, this is what you do. And so I'm going to encourage you to keep moving forward. If you're feeling kicked to the curb, if you're feeling like, man, my peer group, they're not liking me as much as they used to like me. In my peer group, I've lost 50 pounds and they've stayed the same. They're making comments. My peer group, I'm hanging out with different friends. I'm buying different vehicles. I'm being more impactful. I'm giving more than I've ever given. I'm doing things that I've never done. I'm going on trips that I've never gone on. I'm meeting people I've never met before. If your friend group's not liking that, that's part of it, guys. It's just part of it. And you just need to know, I have to keep moving. And God will bring your tribe to you. Your vibe, you keep hearing that all the time. My vibe attracts my tribe. I cannot overemphasize it. Your vibe will attract your tribe. Your vibe will attract your tribe. So keep moving, keep pursuing, keep believing, because this is what you have to also know. I'm a Christian, and so I believe God's the gatekeeper in my life. He's the door opener in my life, right? He's the one that opens doors that no man can close. And so as I'm walking, putting one foot in front of the other, doing everything I know to do, humanly possible to move the needle forward, I'm literally watching him open doors for me that no man can close. And there is where the miraculous happens. There is where you can labor and labor and labor all the days of your life, but God opens one door for you, it can change your entire world in a 24-hour period. God opens one door. He puts one person, looks at you and says, "Oh, I like you. Hey, I have a plan for you. Hey, I could use you in that. Hey, are you open to this?" One person can connect you to your next season and open a door for you that can lead to an incredible, incredible life if you just don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. That's what I want to say to somebody. I don't know if you're discouraged. I don't know if you've dealt with the feelings of, man, I'm not feeling as celebrated by my peer group as I used to be. I don't really fit in anywhere. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm kind of in between here and there. Keep moving. Keep moving. Do not quit. You're created for greatness. You carry greatness and you're made for more and you are more. So keep on moving. All right. So 2023, it's going to be your year. If you just keep moving, keep focused, stay committed, listen to the right people, tune out the wrong people, and literally don't take your eye off the prize. It's going to be a fantastic year for you if you just implement those things. As always, we're going to be coming to you, bringing you helpful tips, ideas, encouragement, and ways to continue to move the needle forth in your life in 2023. Thanks for joining me. Give me a 5-star review. Please like it and share it if you're enjoying my podcast. Thanks for listening.